Hey beautiful people, kings, queens, and everyone in between. It is June, and that means it is the month of Pride. For all of our LGBTQIAP plus community members, we celebrate you during this month. But guess what? June is not the only month that we celebrate Pride. Just like we don't celebrate Black History Month for just 1 month, or Native American Month, or Spanish Heritage Month. We celebrate all year round. But it is June, and so of course we're going to do our due diligence to make sure we give credit where credit is due for all the great work that the LGBTQ plus community has made for life in and of itself. But during this month, I want to give you a quick masterclass on how to be inclusive to the LGBTQ community, especially if you are a member of the wedding or event industry. So let's get to it. The first thing that I want to talk about is showing diversity. I just labeled LGBTQIAP plus community. That's a lot of people, a lot of different titles that people align to. So if I go to your website and you say that yes, you support the LGBTQ plus community, I want to see it. I should not see just male and female if that's all that your couples align to or clients align to. I want to see diversity. If you don't have images that showcase your support to the LGBTQ plus community, then guess what? Now's the time to actually post that on your website, post it on social media, and anywhere else that you're trying to attract such a community. It makes no sense for someone to use a male, heterosexual, female as marketing to attract someone in the LGBTQ community. It just doesn't work. It will not work. And so you have to show people that you are inclusive to them, and that starts with images, right? The second thing is that if I'm also on your website and I decide to go to your contact form, and your contact form says him or her or Mr. or Ms. or bride or groom, and that's all you have, then guess what? You failed. I'm more likely going to go to someone else's website. But you know what the simple solution is? Just say person 1 or person 2. We're all people, right? And so it is so easy for you to simplify how you are trying to title someone. Forget the drop-down menu that has doctor, lawyer, Mr., Mrs., and all of that stuff. Just put person 1 and person 2 on there, and I believe that that's going to be the best way to go through this. Stop trying to overcomplicate the simple things in diversity and inclusion for the LGBTQ community, right? And then a second thing is that, or the third thing is that I believe that we all have to be educated. Crack a book. Understand how many people are included in such a community, and stop trying to align people to what sex that they were born in, mainly what genitalia that they came out of the mother's womb with, because that's not how it works. You have to understand what gender expression is, what cisgender is, what gender is, what sexual orientation is, and how that aligns to the LGBTQ plus community, because it is not as black and white as you have been taught to believe. So if you're going to, be diverse and you're going to be inclusive to such a community, you have to understand how important education is to that. My fourth point is that I want to talk about people who are so stuck on using the word bridal party. Like, honestly, I don't even want to use the word bride or groom for the most part, but if my clients align to bride and groom, or my client aligns to him or her, then great, I'm going to use that. But when it comes to the wedding side, I am so sick and tired of people saying bridal party, and I hear it all the time from every level in the wedding industry. So trust me, it happens all the time, and it's 2020. Guess what? Wedding party is suitable, period. That's all you should be using when you're trying to describe everyone involved with the couple that is getting married. I don't understand why we have to still apply bridal party to people that it does not align to. So please try to retrain yourself to focus on wedding party, period. All right? The other thing that I want to talk about, number 5, is that when we are planning events and when we're planning weddings, guess what? It is not just about the client or the couple. We have to plan events and weddings that is going to be suitable to everybody. Yes, it is the client or the couple that is paying, but we also have to take into consideration their guests. And more than likely, all of their guests are not straight. So, if that's the case, which it is, I want you to make sure that you think about the LGBTQIAP plus community and how that can be integrated into the design, the experience, the aesthetics. No, I'm not saying go around and put pride flags on every table or have a pride flag flowing, through the venue, but there's a lot of great ways that you can make it feel as if it's inclusive to all. My last masterclass tip is this. There's no better way to show diversity to your clients, whether it's in the event or the wedding industry, than to have someone of the LGBTQIAP plus community on your team. Perfect way to actually allow that person to take a great decision-making role to be able to integrate how those events and those weddings are going to feel for your client. Now, when I say team, they may not necessarily have to be on your employee, your staff, but if you have the ability to hire a baker, a florist, a photographer, a designer, someone who owns a venue that is among the LGBTQ community, then do that. I don't understand why we cannot integrate and support everybody, because guess what? The world we live in is very complex and has a lot of different personalities and people that align to a lot of different things. So that's my masterclass, 6 easy tips for you guys to follow and to please pay attention to, because knowledge is power, and we want to make sure that every time you guys market, every time that you guys plan and produce an event, that it is inclusive to everybody, regardless of how they align themselves in and out of the LGBTQIAP plus community.